Alrighty, so I'm following up this video with my recent rant that I did on the presidency and whatnot, and there were several people, actually a lot of people that agreed with what I said, and there were certain little troglodytes that were offended by my comments on the politicians being liars, and how they believe that change is gonna come about. Woohoo, USA, right? Shut the hell up, Jesus Christ! What irritates me the most is just knowing the fact that certain people are just so oblivious as to what is really going on behind the scenes. Now, I know several people are going to go, oh, well, you must be talking about Illuminati and, Bilderberg and New World Order. Oh, Jesus Christ, man, I swear to God, it's almost as if people don't have brains, right? They feel as if a president is like the be-all, end-all, the pinnacle of this country, when in fact he is not. He is the commander-in-chief, but he has his own shot callers. He has bosses that are above him. He has people that ultimately tell him what to do. So it doesn't fucking matter as to who gets into office. Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, Ted Cruz, Donald fucking Trump. I was gonna say Donald Duck. It doesn't matter who gets into office. These people are gonna be required to do their fucking jobs. Now, granted, they have certain says and like laws and all that kind of shit, but they just can't go around like passing bills off the fly and like commanding people and like just this isn't fucking Germany 19 fucking 30 40 whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is a different era, but in this era, in our modern generation today, people are just so fucking stupid. Like, and I don't mean everybody, I just mean the ones that truly believe that the president will have an effect as to what's going on or what's going to happen to our country. To a degree he does, but all in all, he will not fucking change it to where how you're going to like it. I mean, people want, free healthcare reforms. They want fucking, higher wages and whatever, lower taxes. That dream of you having fucking lower taxes, high income, and free healthcare, it's just a fucking dream. With the exception, I mean, yeah, maybe if there was a fucking revolution and people stood up for one fucking belief for once, if they were to say, you know what, enough is fucking enough, we need real change, real fucking change, like real change, and that's the only way it might happen. But it just irritates me because I was talking to one of my fellow coworkers, and he's an elderly man. He's about 71 years old, and he was telling me how back in the day, everything was much more, much more. It was a much simpler time to live in, because he said that things were more simplistic. People had fucking common sense, which people lack common sense these days. And he was talking about how back in the day, you would work for your dollar and like you actually lived more comfortably. There's a reason why everything went up, like in terms of prices and stuff, gas prices, living in LA, living in New York. Fucking New York is expensive as shit. It's expensive as a motherfucker because you have all these Jewish people like tearing shit down, rebuilding them and selling them for a higher price. You have California being bought out, like you have everything being raised, and people are working like fucking 25 jobs just to fucking pay off their rent and shit. It's bad. It's really fucking bad. But like having to have that belief to where you believe that one of these fucking jabronis between Trump, Clinton, Bernie, or whoever is gonna make that change to where you don't have to work 25 jobs, like, you have to be a fool. I mean, granted, I cannot wait for 2017, 2018, 2019, even 2020, because I want to see the fucking change that these people are talking about, man. Granted, is it possible? Yes, it's possible for there to be a change. I would love to see a change in this country. I would love to see a change in the way we function as a fucking society. Like, in terms of, like, I mean, I would love to see racism be obliterated. I don't like racism. I'm a white male, and I have tons of fucking Hispanic friends, tons of black friends. I live in Brooklyn, for God's sakes, man. I know because I've lived amongst these people, and these people are like family. I don't give a fuck about if you're black, white, fucking green, yellow. You're a human being, and what defines you is your character, not your fucking color of your goddamn skin. People often say, oh, well, he must be black, he must be bad. No, he's not. Fucking get that racism shit out of your fucking head, man. Racism needs to be abolished, but that shit ain't fucking going nowhere. We already know that. What else? Segregation of, like, gender and stuff. Like, all these feminists fighting off all these, like, oh my God. Like, the nation is crumbling. And that's exactly what, like, the elites want. They want to be able to, implement the problem, reaction, solution, and just go in there with, like, just create the problem, react to it, and then come up with a solution. It's ingenious in a way. But I'm not really going to jump into that right now. I do want to do like a little mini response to all those that are just saying, oh, well, you got to be a Trump supporter. You must be a Bernie supporter. You must be a Ted Cruz supporter. I don't support any of these bums. All right, listen, I support my freedom, and I support liberty. I would want freedom of speech, freedom of integrity, freedom of fucking rights for everybody. Not just because of one fucking candidate. Fuck that shit. Like, as time goes on, we will have more of these jabronis enter the fucking, presidential election category, and they're going to try to run for president, and it's going to be the same old fucking shit over and over again, I can't even fucking speak correctly because right now I'm just so fucking fuming because people do not know how to fucking wake up and see the bigger picture. It's sad, man. I mean, I hope to God that these other countries aren't really having problems like we are, because granted, the whole world is fucked up. There's problems everywhere. Middle East, fucking Europe, South America, cartel, and fucking everything. There's problems everywhere. But I mean, for fuck's sake, man, there's nearly 8 billion of us on this fucking planet, man. 8 billion people. I mean, there's got to be some change that has to go about this, man. You know what I mean? It's crazy sometimes. Like, I'm just one individual, speaking my mind on the matter, and I would love for you guys to make videos of your own and voice your opinions, as to what it pertains about the presidency and whatnot. But I mean, Christ almighty, man, if we don't make that change soon, things are just going to get fucking just worse and worse and worse. And I just hope for the overall progression of mankind, because if we don't progress relatively soon, we're all going to perish in a giant fucking pit of shit.